All right. Welcome to Cooking Conspiracy. I know it's late. It's 9:39, so I guess normal European style dinner time. But it's been a long day. Started work at, 6 a.m. this morning. Got home around 7 p.m. Didn't get lunch break. It was a long day. I haven't ate anything since the breakfast burrito, but that's my favorite way to skate at work is because the breakfast burrito place is right next to the building. So, I can pretend like I'm on. It's cool if you take some time off to go get a breakfast burrito. But that's all I had today, and that was like 13, 14 hours ago. So I'm pretty hungry. Late night special. Do have a date tomorrow, so I gotta take it a little bit easy. But let's get started. And here's the star of the show. Hawaii flavors. Ooh. There will be some cutting here, so we're gonna make sure the knife's nice and honed. If you do this every time, it keeps your knife sharper longer. It doesn't actually sharpen your knife, but it kind of prevents it from getting dull. And then you don't have to sharpen as often. Good knives hold their edge better, a lot longer than shit knives. And a sharp knife is a safe knife. With that being said, it's almost time to sharpen this. But then again, I've been saying that for the last month, so forget it. We're just stalling, let my friends get here. Life is good. Go ahead, set that down. Beverage of choice today, Frankenheisen Weissbier. So wheat beer is from German. Now again, the unholy alliance, German, teriyaki rice bowl. You tell me what's going on, Mr. Man. Emits of oats. Probably eats a lot of oats that people are trying to sow. That's cool too. I'm just making a spam teriyaki bowl. It'll be pretty good. Nice little bit of head. I'll save the rest for later. Whitest nights. Well. Oh no. Well. Whitest. Yeah, I guess that doesn't say night, does it, Jack Poo? That's nice. I've had a Pilsner and I've had beer. What's going on, Jennifer Grayson? How you doing? Cheers to the crazy kangaroo. If you know, you know. Might have to go on a pilgrimage there. I assume you're talking about Tuesday and not Thursdays. I will subscribe if you give me $1. Not a fair trade. Sorry. Alright. Got some cabbage. We're going to start off making the coleslaw here. Get the floppy outer layer off. You don't need that. You don't want it. There are worse things to smell like. I don't know, cursive bullshit that's a long way away. You wish you smelled as good as cheese, but I'm afraid you smell like rotten tuna fish, Miss Cursive. Yeah, well, these things happen, Jennifer Grayson. Good thing subscribing's free. Yeah, so I've got cabbage. Let's go ahead and dice this up. That's a little bit more than I wanted, so maybe I'll make a serving for tonight and a serving for tomorrow. No, I don't got a Traeger. I got a conspiracy on Traegers. They always make decent barbecue, sometimes even good, but never great barbecue. Yeah, you must be from Europe, Jennifer Grayson. Well, you watch long enough, Mr. Man. There'll be another one. These things, you can't predict them, but sometimes they happen, you know? You've been to the Crazy Kangaroo, you know, Mr. Man. Now, I haven't had a smoker since I lived in Charleston, and that one was legit. They actually used wood, no pellet bullshit, leaked all over the place. But guess what? I'm an artist, so I make great barbecue on that. What's going on, Red? Yo, fingertip at? Yeah, well, VG, yeah, you could also not have venereal disease either, so God bless you. I don't know, Mike Ferguson might be back. We'll see. Was he modding? He's a good moderator. Let's get some green pepper in there, so vegetables, well, that actually has some flavor. No, I like a shitty barrel smoker with a little side box and put fire in. Or a Weber grill, Traegers are for the weak. They are for people that want people to look at them and want people to tell them how good their barbecue is. But they're also for people that don't have the balls to try a recipe and serve it to people and experiment on people. And oh yeah, people that are willing to put in the work. But no, I want to read my Betty Crocker cookbook for men that comes in the Traeger manual, put these shitty pellets that I buy on Amazon in the hopper and follow the exact recipe and make shitty okay barbecue. Well, actually it's usually above average barbecue, but if I'm going to spend $1,200 on a grill, I want something that can make above average barbecue, Now everybody has a Traeger, It's like Walmart, You can get anything you need at Walmart, but it's never going to be great shit, Well, pellets are for the weak. You need charcoal or some bullshit wood, And then you gotta remember when you're hungover, or after a long work week, to put your pieces of wood in water on Friday night so they soak, so you can, watch college football and, have the wood smolder properly all day long on Friday. Because if you time it when you start watching College Game Day in the morning, your ribs will be ready for the halftime of the 3:30 game. It's an art and a science. Will do, Red. Yeah, so I got some cabbage, got some green pepper in there. Yeah, well, God bless Germany, I will drink to Germany for you with I don't know how to pronounce this, Luca, but you've been cool for the last 65 years or so. To Germany post 1945. Well, Ben Tunde, I can still spell better than you, and guess what? You probably still didn't get a good job, so, yeah. What's going on, Bubba Ganesh? Good to see you again. Ribs are good. But I can do ribs just as good as any jackass with the Traeger in my shitty electric oven in this rental house, all right? Let's not act like Traegers are anything better than an oven. And by that token, don't get me started on air fryers, because that's the same goddamn thing as an oven with a fan. Same thing. We're just making a good for you Tundy, I'm sure you jerk off to it too. Ah, yeah, spaghetti Deutsch. You know, forse parli italiano poco. Well, we're gonna get to the spam. Don't get me started, but I'm fired up, and the train has left the station. What's going on, Daenerys? How are you doing today? Germany's other best export. Yeah, right, Kiko. Anina, Deniqua. Oh, thank you. Representing the Pittsburgh Pirates. Good for you, Bed Tunde. You know, small little fingers. Was never a great piano player, but you know, hey. Oh, thank you, Ultrafire. When the other one comes over to investigate what's going on with you weirdos, I'll pop her up there as well. I mean, I do have some sad news. My favorite wiener dog, Instagram celebrity, unfortunately passed away the other day. She got in a fight with a bear. Rest in peace, Ginger from NJ Falconry. There we go, Jennifer. I was just when I thought you were a woman. I've been fooled before on the internet. That's okay. All are welcome. Some diced onion. I'm just gonna get rid of some vegetables. Penny, come. There's nothing up here, but yeah. Say hi to the people. The people want to see my wieners. Yes, Penny. What's going on? Do you approve of the situation? Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Well, Abraham, so what if I am? Yeah, Kiko's, he hasn't been randy for a little bit now. He's chilled out a little bit. Let's take the rest of this half of the old tomato. We'll get rid of the bottom because that's been exposed to the air for, 24 hours or whatever. But the rest of the tomato will be fine. Hefeweizen. Weissbier. Spam teriyaki bowl. Yeah, well, Abraham, reasons like you are why I'm pro-choice. Just kidding. Oh, well, you're going to learn some new things, Jennifer Grayson, but tell your mother I say hello. No, I just, I just don't troll and talk to people, and I don't get my rocks off being a dick on the internet, Apparently you do. Man, hey, but make sure to take a billboard off to, billboard ad out to put your screen name on it there, Yeah, I mean, it depends where you're at. I mean, everything's ridiculously expensive in Hawaii, so I'm not too stressed about it, You started it, buddy. I just said take a screen name out with your take a billboard out with your screen name on it. Uh-oh, Ultrafire. I was hoping you were a German and I had a fence protecting me from you people, but hey, maybe I'll see you at the beach. Yeah. So, got that going there. We're going to do about a 4-to-1 mayo to soy ratio. Yeah, well, the rest of us did. You randomly call people racist on the internet for no reason. We know you don't got shit going on in your life, so it's cool. Alright, that looks alright. We're looking for about a 1 to 4 ratio here. Because you call me racist, you know, that's generally what you do, right? You know, you go back and forth and, you know, life's good. Yeah, a little bit heavy on the soy, but that's alright. Yeah, well, you know, that's nice, Abraham. Abraham lives. Cool. Moving on. Alright, I gotta go find my rice vinegar. I'll be right back. But let's go back to talking about, well, cool, German's cool, sucks. I'm starting to get the impression that Abraham lives sucks. But I'm going to go back to talking about grills. Char King, Oklahoma Joe's. Weber. Weber is the best brand. Anybody that buys a Traeger is the same douchebag that's buying a Yeti thermos looking for a status symbol, you know? Yeah, we'll keep messing around with this a little bit. Maybe a little bit of citrus here. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people that suck certain things are cool, you know? Well, depending on your height, weight, and what your goals are, ultra fire, that seems a little low, but if you're on, you know, my 600-pound life, I'm not going to judge, you know? To each their own. You got to just figure out a diet that works for you. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's a little bit better. You got the cabbage, diced onion, diced pepper, a little bit of tomato in there. Go ahead, dice that in. Now, if you like more creamy coleslaw, obviously use mayo, more mayo. If you like a little bit more, I guess, vinegary, use more acidic stuff. Come everyone on YouTube live rage baits. No, I don't know. You started, you got a reaction. Good for you, buddy. Yeah, that's pretty creamy. Yeah, I concur, Jennifer Grayson. He's about ready to get put into YouTube jail. So putting that off the side, let's get ready for the main show here. Alright, got a measuring cup. Guess what? We're going to use it. Alright. You could do that, Daenerys, but remember I put a lot of soy sauce in there, and soy sauce is very salty. So all the salt or the sodium content in the soy sauce is going to do that for me. If I put more salt in it, it'll be too salty. I mean, as it is, all the salt in the soy is going to pull the flavors, pull some moisture out, The vegetables was gonna make the cabbage, onion, pepper release some moisture and make it a little bit less creamy, a little bit more runny. So that's why I didn't add any more salt. If I was gonna add, wanted more flavor, then you could season it with maybe a little bit of garlic, chili powder, but I'm gonna put it in a bowl of rice underneath the Spam with the teriyaki, so that's why I didn't add a whole bunch of bullshit. I don't know. How hot's your mom, Jennifer Grayson? Not. Well, Mocha, you want to know, and I guess you're a Bud Light expert, you know. Here's to a full year of girlhood for Monka. Just Spam Teriyaki Pest Control. Good to see you again. It's been a few nights. Let's get the garlic going here. Yeah, well, I want to have a serious talk with your mom, and I want to know on a 1 to 10 scale, how hot is your mom? I think that's a reasonable question. Yeah. How's your week, pest control? It's good. I want to hear a vote. Do we think Jennifer Grayson's mother is hot? I mean, he claims to be a country boy. I don't know many country boys named. Yeah, well, that's kind of funny because they're eating right now, Monica. I'm sorry you're so fat you eat all your dog's food. Not all of us are like that and resort to eating kibble. But good for you. I bet Monka drops her pants for anybody that cooks with a Traeger. And then at the same time, the neighbors call for their septic tank backing up. My dogs are very well taken care of, thank you very much. So take a couple cloves of garlic, chopped up, diced finely, into what's going to become our teriyaki sauce here. So we're going to get everything ready to go before we start cooking the Spam. That way we can all, yeah, well, I had a goldfish when I was a child too. Tell me something that matters. Apparently the first one didn't work out. No, that's all right. All right. Yeah, I get to go. Got some fresh ginger as well. Well, not really that fresh, but fresh enough. So let's get some of the skin on it that is not going to taste good, the texture. Yeah, you definitely could use it, but I don't mind taking 30 seconds to remove it. Roughly equal amount of ginger to your garlic. Then you're just going to dice that up nicely. You're gonna take that fresh ginger, we're gonna add in the garlic. Yeah, well, you said you were a country boy, you know, that's a very American phrase, you know? So ginger, garlic, equal amounts here. Now the general teriyaki sauce ratio that I like is 1 to 1 to 1 to 1/2. So you're gonna have 1 part soy to 1 part sugar. I prefer the brown sugar. To 1 part, you know, mirin or rice wine. I don't have any of that, so I'm just gonna use rice vinegar. It's close enough. It's acidic. You could also use white wine as a substitute. Or vinegar. What's going on, the guy 87? Spam teriyaki. And then, you know, 1/2 part of water. What I'm just going to use probably Miller Lite for that, and it'll be fine. Yeah, so we'll just get everything ready to go before we start grilling our Spam, and that way you got everything ready. It'll be good. All right. So we're gonna do we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Three tablespoons of soy. Mirin. I hope I got enough of that. Actually, rice vinegar, that'll be fine. Yeah, I gotta go get my secret ingredient. If you don't have water that you trust, you can just use some Miller Lite. 1, 2. That should be enough to dissolve the sugar. If it doesn't, just add a little bit more water. See if you can get the sugar to dissolve all the way. You may have to stir it up again right before you start to cook with it, and that's okay. If desires, you can adjust the seasoning at this point. I like putting a little bit of chili powder in there. What's going on, Teresa? Nice to have you join us. Rocky Top is a great song. One of the best college fight songs out there, in my opinion. You could also finely dice some hot peppers or something in there to throw that in there. Okay, that'll work. Although, you did get your ass kicked by Ohio State, but, you know, mixed opinions. Made the Big Ten look good, but Ryan Day sucks. If you know, you know. Clear your cutting board off. If you're really OCD, you can wipe it or just flip the board over. And then if you're really, we're just going to use technology there. So let's go ahead, slice this up. We're just gonna use half a container. I haven't ate much today. I'm hungry. And then we're just gonna cut it into strips because I think that'll work nicely for this. There we go. It should be a chopstick type dinner. BB, pork gives you nightmares, fool. What type of drugs are you on, BB? And I definitely don't want any of those. Alright. We're gonna let that start to heat up. I'm gonna take a short break and I'll be back. This is Goose. Oh, absolutely, Nightcore Dark. With a name like that, you got some conspiracies, so let's talk. I mean, please tell the crowd what your most recent search history is, Nightcore Dark. The people want to know. What we got going on? Those two? Oh God. I said a week off, but you know, then yeah, you got it, guy 87. Just pay the wiener tax, though. Yeah, they're best redeemed quality. What a mess. How much do you pay for feet pictures, Nightcore Dark? And be specific. Market research. What is that packet red? Let's give that up to medium heat here. Okay, $100 for a feet picture, but what type of feet pictures? Left side, brown sugar. Oh, and soy. You know, a little bit of mirin or rice vinegar. You know that's a good combination. Elke Duploy. Well, Jennifer Grayson, I feel like you still haven't gotten a date to your, I don't know, your middle school mixer there. So, I don't know, Nicole. I feel like that's a personal question that I don't have the expertise to answer. Suggest you talk to your medical professional. I do not, but uh, we'll hit up just a little bit of oil, just enough to swirl around. Not enough to deep fry, but a little bit of lubrication never hurts. You don't want to stick much in dry. Are you a top or bottom? Can you elaborate, Nicole? You know. Go ahead, throw that the spam in there. We'll get that to crisp up before adding our soy sauce, reducing it over the top of the spam, and it'll be good. Pretty great pick from the Colonel Plain with, sounds like you're a podiatrist, Mike Cordark, and thank you for providing the actual feedback. You know, everybody hates on processed foods and processed meats, but read the back of a can of Spam versus your average, any product that is not on the outside of the supermarket, and it's way less. Yeah, well, that's what he said too, you know. It's called preparation and making sure everybody has a good time. Just a little bit of coleslaw action. Interesting theory. Just because some people have done experiments doesn't mean it needs to be published. Alright. Oh yeah, we'll get this Spam nice and crispy on the outside. But just a little bit of softness on the inside. So then we put our sauce in, let it reduce while I go and get the rice in the bowl. Just Spam teriyaki, pretty simple. White rice, little cabbage coleslaw action. Still haven't told us if your mother's hot yet, Jennifer. Just stir these around so we get the outsides nice and crispy before we start reducing our sauce down. Generally don't lick the spoon right after it's been in hot oil. Sometimes it's worth it, but usually not. $1 for a pan flip. What's going on, Cat Gaming? Long time no see. Good to see you again. All the Spams at least got some crispy sides to it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this, teriyaki-ish mix in there. That'd be good. to go ahead and reduce the heat as well because I don't want the sugars to burn and I need to go get my rice, you know? No, BB, do you got an alias? Jesus. Still can't tell if you're pretending to be my ex or not. Oh, yeah, of course. Put it on your VA claim, 87. Let's go get some rice. Alright, we got white rice there. That's reducing nicely. We got some coleslaw or cabbage. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. That'll give you a good contrast and textures. We're waiting for that sauce to reduce down by about half, and then we're just going to pour it all over the top. Yeah, I don't know about expert, but it's going to get the job done. You don't start cooking dinner until 9:45. You're not too picky. Well, you can do whatever you want. I'll probably stand up right here and eat my dinner. And I want to ask, with your hand, I'm not going to do a hand check on you, Elkie Duploy. I respect your freedom. What doesn't hurt me doesn't hurt you, you know? And you know, no. There. Let's get that sauce reduced. This rice coleslaw. We'll give it about 30 seconds more or so, or 30 seconds more or so. Let the dog see that she's not missing out. Put her back down to do her thing, you know. Yeah, something like that. One, it's not garbage, BB. Two, it's not for the dog. The dog, the wiener tax will be paid with Spam, and the dog loves Spam. So, your teriyaki sauce is reduced down by about half. So let's just go ahead, pour it over the top just like that. Go ahead, kill your heat. There you are going to want to soak that pan a little bit. Now to complete the dish, you're going to take some teriyaki or it's for the jackass. Well, BB, you know, you probably got no ass and only BB cups. So, who are we talking about here? We're going to take the teriyaki and sprinkle it over the top. It's just seaweed. And I guess there's sesame seeds in that already. So we're not going to add any more. But that's the dish we got. Mix it up. egg fried rice. You know what? Maybe tomorrow, but egg fried rice ain't exactly the food of my people. I mean, fried rice, come on. I think you need to give me tips, Cat Gaming. Oh yeah, it's a game changer. I mean, but come on. That looks good, doesn't it? Got a little coleslaw to change up the texture a little bit. It's creamy enough, but there's enough of an acidic bite. And if you feel like it needs a little bit more kick, just add a little bit of vinegar on it. It'll be good. Mixed opinions on coleslaw, but it's growing on me. Mostly because cabbage stays good in the refrigerator forever. Well, Cat Gaming, anybody that's making fried rice knows that it's much better to make fried rice with a day old rice, yeah? We all think Daenerys may or may not be hot, you know. I think she probably is, you know. Keeps a lower profile than a lot of people, but you know. If she is stripping, she does it, you know, up north. And everybody appreciates northern strippers more than southern strippers. I don't make the rules are the rules. Yeah, this is. You know, if I stop eating, do you start edging Elky? You know, like, what kind of weirdo are you? From Minnesota, or I don't know. Like, growing up, I was always told not to go out on ice on any type of moving water. You know, that once the ice got thick on the lakes, it was okay to go out, but moving water or rivers, you had to be really, really careful on. Yeah, just a teriyaki spam rice bowl with some coleslaw. Fair enough, and I don't know, maybe it's fair enough. So kind of like offshoots Guy 87. Thanks for stopping by, Cat Gaming. Hope you're doing well. One of these days I will. I mean, I got practiced that a few times before I put that on here. And figure out where I can get tuna that I trust from. Works up and down, you know. Long day today, but it's productive, so. or salmon quality, you know. Okay, your bull day. Oh, well, you know, probably 50-50 chance I would the guy 87. Two Datsuns, Corey. Yeah, they're little hunting dogs. Do you have a dog, Corey? Ah, baby, I'm starting to think you're a team player. What's going on, Glenn? How you doing tonight? Well, shit. That sounds good. Set that aside for the wiener tax, you know. Well, shit. Dr. Cyril Gregory. God bless you too. And I'm sure the YouTube legions will never forget to include your title on here. God bless you and the work that you do. Assuming you're a real doctor, not just like a PhD type of doctor. But God bless them history doctors too, you know. Hell, even dentists at this point. Oh, thank you, Glenn. Dude, Dr. Cyril Gregory. Probably will Google you, you know, after this. Because I always like to, you know, see who does not have an online alias and who is a real person. I'm sorry to hear that, Glenn, you know. Well, that was kind of clever, guy 87. We will see the response. You got me to look. Gotta get the air conditioning on. I'm starting to sweat. Yeah. Penny. Chill. Well, anybody got anything fun planned for the weekend? What's going on, Marwa? How you doing today, Pepe? I'm starting to think that I know you, BB. Still don't know if that's an alias or not, you know. Time is it? 10:30. And the sauce, 1 part soy sauce, 1 part brown sugar, 1 part mirin or rice vinegar, half a part of Bud Light, or no, Miller Lite, sorry. Saw a comment pop up. Added some chili powder, fresh ginger, fresh garlic. Oh, nice. How do they let you go live on YouTube at the casino? Oh, well, you know, we'll see. You play games like that, you know, the X might get some cryptic texts late at night. Time zones. Whatever. I wish her the best. I have nothing but positive things to say about her. Okay, fair enough. Here I am trying to check my text messages every couple of hours at the blackjack table, and some, you know, chain smoker with a voice box say, turn your phone off, you can't have it at the table. I was like, hey, listen, lady, you're shuffling. And, you know, you probably should have made some better life choices. No, well, I can't decide if, you know, his ex has changed your profile or a rando, so maybe, why not? Oh man, the crunch is good. I'm gonna have to think of an identity check on this one. It'll have to be a trap. Like, what is your favorite liquor, BB? That's something she would say to dodge the question, you know? Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. That makes a little bit more sense, Glenn. Yeah, what's your favorite liquor, BB? Trap question. Dun, 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 dun. 1 out of 8 chance to really make me nervous. Or completely throw off my, ooh, could be a red herring, but one for me. Fair enough, baby. Some for the wieners. Go to jail. Penny, go to jail. Like magic mushrooms type of edibles, or like pot brownies? Or gummy bears? Oh. Penny, no. That's enough. You're done. Oh. I hear psychedelics have very strong anti-depressant properties. Uh, no, they each have their own kennel. You know, I like to. It's very, very rare that I actually put them in the kennels, but I like having them trained for like if I got somebody that's like dog sitting, or yes, magic mushrooms, the guy 87. There's science on this. Never tried it, but there's science on that. But if I'm dog sitting or if I got to put them on an airplane or whatever, I like them having their jails be their safe spot. And then the airlines don't let them ride together. So they each have their own. You know, sometimes they argue over who gets which jail, but you know. Yeah, you know. To each their own. I'm still not sure on your identity and or where you're from or if I've had carnal knowledge of you, BB, you know. You're doing a good job keeping your alias up. Yeah, I mean, but then again, there was a study in England that if you had strong male friendships and you went to the pub, you know, every night and had, you know, 4 or 5 beers, you know, that had a much better therapeutic effect and outcome and health benefits than SSRIs. So, but everybody always says, "Oh, alcohol's a depressant." Blah 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 blah. Well, you know, I'm gonna assume you meant to say I like white wine and red wine, but unless you're doing like a James Bond thing, I like wine, red wine. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. Yeah. I read my line. Oh, hold on. Let me scroll up one. Okay. Yeah, no recording table games. Yeah. Table games are fun. I'm a fan of table games. I'll play blackjack and roulette occasionally. One day I'll learn how to play craps, but for whatever reason, slots just don't do it for me, Glenn. But, oh, shit. I didn't see that one, Glenn. Hold on. Good for you, BB. Good for you. Penny, hush. Yeah, I'm sorry, Glenn. I'm not seeing about starting merch. It's kind of on the to-do list, but you know, real life, you know, I just haven't gotten around to it. You know, it sounds like there's very few vices that you don't love, BB. And I respect that. You know, you live your life, and it's nobody's business, especially the government's business, to tell you not to live your best life. however you define that. I would love to see your B cups. Yeah. I mean, probably her panty drawer was a pretty humid environment. Yeah, well, why is your name BB's and not DD's then? And I mean, a nice athletic figure at BB's I will take over unathletic DD's every day of the week. Each their own, Ryan, to each their own. But happy Friday. Penny. You've had your tax. You're not getting any more. Alright, see? I already ate all the good stuff. It's all gone. Yeah, I'd probably vote for him. Good for you, BB, you know. Well, raw Spam, I would agree with you 100%, Ryan. But once you fry it, it's a game changer. You gotta get the outside a little bit crispy, and then it doesn't... If you don't cook Spam, it tastes like meaty tofu. And you know my thought process on tofu. It's gotta be cooked. I can't do raw Spam. Well, I can, but it's not very good. I've had worse. Well. Don't know. Probably a hippie, BB. You know. Yeah, I would agree with that, Ryan. I mean, but if you fry it, it's a complete game changer. You gotta get it crispy, a little bit of crisp, but you gotta brown the outside. I mean, you gotta get some color on the Spam. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually down to eat salty stuff, yeah. Never had Spam? Well, it's pretty good. If done right. Yep. I'm starting to think you're from Baltimore, BB. Oh yeah, congealed damp mess. There is no positive connotations of that. Was not top Spam game apparently. Not to insult. Well, just say that Spam wasn't done well. A fan of SOS, like, hey, you know, I'm in trouble on this date. Call me with an emergency SOS. What SOS are we talking about? Oh yeah, I mean, if Spam has to be cooked, preferably fried, so it's crispy on the outside and a little bit soft on the inside. It can't be mush. Oh, yeah, I'm not really familiar with that. Yeah, the jury's still out on that one. Yeah. Penny. No. You know what you're trying to do. All the good food's gone. Oh god, that sucked ass. but not like a good fun way. No, it just sucked. Um, but I got another hinge date tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. We will see. Taking a little 19-foot sailboat out sailing tomorrow in 11 hours and 20 minutes. So, gotta rehydrate, get ready. Oh, I absolutely do. First off, attract enough profile to swipe right on. But athletic, handles stress well, reads books, not extremist on either side of the political spectrum, not stupid. What else? Doesn't get a phone call from her roommate every 30 minutes. Can take a joke, can give a joke. That's not necessarily a deal breaker for Guy 87. As we discussed, we're all a little bit on the spectrum, you know? Well, they tend to be more financially conservative, and patience is key. I don't want anybody that's going to spend me into the poorhouse. I don't know about, extremists. I mean, I think 80% of the people just want to live their lives, you know? Oh, shit. I never made the varsity choir, the Guy 87, but if she can sing, that's a bonus, too. I think you're missing a few letters, Guy 87. Yeah, well, you also do coke. That's kind of a red flag as well. Absolutely must be a dog person. Has to accept the dog's going to sleep in the bed. Yeah, you just beat me to it. Yes, the dogs are allowed in the bed. Oh yeah, you have to be motivated about something. I mean, you got to have some level of ambition, no matter what that is. There's got to be something you're trying to be the best at. I mean, or just trying to beat yourself at day after day after day, and not one of them people that's so depressed that you got, you got to be trying to get better at something. Bazinga! These things happen to Guy 87. I would say your ex-wife was not Midwestern nice. Well, actually, it sounds like your wife was very Midwestern nice. I bet she just told you she was just trying to be polite. Yeah, it sounds like she was truly a giver. Also, truly a receiver. Maybe both at one time. I bet you're probably right, BB. But I also don't think you got toned double D's, so who knows what type of truth you're spouting. No. Big Bang Theory, terrible show. Sucked ass. A hike isn't that high. It's Hawaii. I mean, I like to be active. If you're not interested in being active, it's probably not going to work out for me. This one said she took sailing lessons as a kid way back when. So I think that's a fair suggestion on this one. Young being nice, well, that's a wild card, you know. Sorry, my dog's a Democrat. They don't pay bills, you know, they just rely on me to provide them subsidies for their lifestyle. But, you know, hiking, one, you gotta like hike. Two, sailing, you know, there's shit to do during sailing, and you can also pack a cooler. Mm, yeah, I don't know. I'll say if they don't want to go on a hike, if they don't want to go to the beach, if they don't want to, you know, yeah, maybe go karts or something. But mini golf, one, you know, the mini golfing distraction only works for about 3 holes. The same jokes aren't, you know, the same, you can't say the same thing for 18 mini golfs in a row. Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one, Glenn. I'll think about that. Uh, but, you know, whenever the conversation dies at sailing, you just turn the boat. No. Well, I mean, they kind of are. I mean, it's not like they're paying taxes. It's not like they're contributing. You know, all what you know Democrats. Well, I've had some Democrats give some pretty good love, but you know, yeah. Well, you're not doing that on the mini golf course. You know. Yeah, I mean, that's true. You can. I mean, sailing goes well. You know, one, that's only going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. You know, you get the boat ready, the boat's ready to go. She shows up, you sail for an hour and a half. 10:30 to noon. Okay, it's lunchtime. If the sailing went well, if you enjoy each other's company, you go and get lunch. Then you separate, you know, then you ask her out, you know, on about Tuesday or so for the following weekend, then you go from there. You know, quite frankly, anybody you meet on the internet, there's no implication. I mean, uh, I don't think there's any implication, you know? That being said, like, it's in a public place, it's plenty safe, there's plenty of things. The implication is I like doing things outside. I mean, the implication is I'm not boring. The implication, you know? Oh yeah, well, you know, the thing, Guy 87, there's a chance that I could have boat problems. You think I know how to fucking sail? No. I took like 3 weekend courses, you know, 3 hours with an instructor steering the boat the whole time. So there's a very good possibility that I do have boat troubles. But, you know, I'll figure out, you know, how she handles stress, you know? So fuck it. You know, might as well filter them out early, you know? I value my time, and if I'm gonna have a Saturday, you know, it's possible, but worst case scenario, you get a little embarrassed, call Harbor Patrol. Now, if she breaks your balls a little bit about it, okay, you gotta keep her, but you know, if she gets all pouty and pissed off, and then, well, that one just filtered itself out, you know? There's no reward without a little bit of risk. Oh, do you want to do coffee sometime? Do I really want to commit a whole morning to somebody that makes a whole day to somebody that, you know, can't make any talk, isn't entertaining, and ends up blowing you off because she, you know, found something better to do and then go to a coffee shop for 4 hours, for, you know, 40 minutes or so? No. I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Fortune favors the bold, you know? And if it doesn't work out, I'll get drunk and text my ex. Although I think there's we got a mole in here to that plan. But no, life will be good. one way or another, I gotta go play on the water tomorrow. Parasailing is for, you see the same view for like 30 minutes parasailing. Sounds like a ripoff to me. Maybe wakeboarding or surfing. Surfing would be a power first date, but I don't know how to freaking surf. So unfortunately, that's not in the cards right now. Ah, nah, then you got some swarthy beach bum, putting his hands all over the girl that you want to put your hands all over. Not cool. Yeah, well. Travel, yeah, I like the destination, but travel stresses me out. I am going skiing in March, though, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, but all the locals have kind of fished out the shore fishing. Yeah, well, first time I've ever heard of that Taylor Rummin, but I'll Google it. I don't know what type of apple pills you're using. Maybe apple pilsner. Cheers, Glenn. This one's to you. Well, then that makes me look bad, even if even the ugly dude can surf better than I can. Well, we'd probably find out her kinks pretty early that way, Ryan. Maybe she's into the three nipple type. But with that being said, it's 11 p.m. She actually does look kind of cute, so I don't want to be hungover tomorrow, so I'm going to call it a night. Wish you all the best, BB, Ryan, the guy 87, Glenn. Thank you all for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you all. And God bless you all. And thank you for keeping life interesting. Daenerys, you as well. Always a pleasure. Thanks, team. Ciao, ciao. Good morning. Thanks. Fuck you, baby. Good night, hon. Bye.